So I know the Pokemon striking iron is hot right now, I guess. I don't know. There's a new game coming out. And so people are thinking about Sword and Shield, right, and talking about it and what it was like as a game and everything. And I just came to the conclusion, because I was thinking, like, I hope that the music in Scarlet Violet goes as hard as, like, the gym theme did in Sword and Shield, right? And there were, like, a few other, like, really good songs, right? Like, Marnie's theme was great, Pierce's theme was great. And then, like, the Battle Tower song is, like, all the songs. We all know the great songs from Pokemon, from Sword and Shield. And I was just thinking, right, because Sword and Shield in general, I've reached the age where I don't have time for multiple back-to-back Pokemon playthroughs. When I was younger, like when I was in high school and middle school, I would, and honestly, even before I got a Switch, when it was the only gaming system that I had was just my handheld Nintendos, I would play Pokemon games back to back to back. So I never had to worry about like only playing with some Pokemon. I would be like, okay, I'll just play with these Pokemon in my next run. I only played one run of Sword and Shield, and then one with the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, which were great. It was just, I only had enough time for one run, which is, I think, just a symptom of me getting older, being into more video games than just Pokemon. And so thinking about it, and like the one run through that I had, which felt satisfactory. The only thing that I would have wanted was a chance to have played Sword and Shield, like, with the armor boys, the little armor boys whose name is escaped, Phalanx. Like, to play with, like, a Phalanx and then, like, a few other Pokemon that I really liked. Actually have a team with Rillaboom. And it made me realize that Sword and Shield, I'm finally getting to the point. This is the point. 2.5 minutes in. This is the point. Sword and Shield is like a Thanksgiving dinner. If you think about a Pokemon game now, like Thanksgiving dinner, there are all of these aspects to it that make it work. And there are probably years past where you had a Thanksgiving dinner that was your favorite, where just like it hit all the right combinations of everything that you loved happened to be there. And this is like the one dinner where you like actually had like mac and cheese. You know, like for me that's not a common Thanksgiving meal item. And Sword and Shield just felt like a Thanksgiving dinner where like the turkey was solid, right, which is like the main Pokemon gameplay general experience, right? Like going and playing a game, running around, catching, like it felt good. But it just was like, it was like missing mashed potatoes, but like the cranberry sauce was like the best cranberry sauce you've ever had, which maybe isn't always something that sticks out to you during a Thanksgiving meal, right? Like, to me, that's almost like the music, right? This is like, the music in Pokemon has been good for years, but this just feels like it was like extraordinary, right? It stood out amongst the other Pokemon soundtracks, I think. And for the record, cranberry sauce is one of my favorite things at Thanksgiving. So in my head, the weird metaphor still stands. And then but like the mashed potatoes were just gone, right? And so that's like just like the story that was missing, the dungeons that were missing, like that's like missing out on like the mashed potatoes and the sweet potatoes. So you're just left with like the stuffing, which stuffing would have been fine, and then like the rolls, which were fine as your main starches. But it's still like a dinner that you're like, yes, that was good. I'm so happy that I got to have that. And it was great. And it's very weird because Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl happened too. And like it didn't even register until literally right now when I brought it up that there were other mainline Pokemon games since Sword and Shield, because I just totally forgot about those. So happy that those were forgotten about. Sword and Shield, good Thanksgiving dinner. Weird parts missing. Other weird parts stood out to be really good.